Hey guys, Sean Ross Sapp. Want to tell you about my bookie, our new betting partner where we get all of our WWE and AEW odds is my bookie. But it's not just pro wrestling and MMA, which by the way, yeah, you can bet on pro wrestling. It's Major League Baseball, it's tennis, it's the NBA, it's the NFL, PGA, FIFA, anything you could imagine. They got you covered. Now, they always have great deals, but when you use the code FIGHTFUL at mybookie.ag, you get a $50 bonus on a $100 deposit. Maybe that's not enough for you. Maybe you want a $100 bonus. Deposit $200 and they have you covered. This is where we are getting all of our odds from here on out. MyBookie AG. Also, it's not just betting. They have live casino. They have table games, slots games, all kinds of stuff to satisfy you over at MyBookie. Just don't forget, use that code FIGHTFUL. Only bet what you can, and please bet responsibly.
Absolutely. Bet responsibly. Welcome in, guys. It is Saturday night, 10:15 here on the Fightful YouTube channel. Rick Ucchino, Cresta, the Star, with you guys here as we break down 2 hours of AEW Collision. And right off the bat, we get in a super chat up in this piece. Chad Enjoy Sailing says, hot crowd, 3 women's matches, Fletcher Ace, 10 out of 10 show tonight. How about 3 women's matches? It's like Tony Khan knew we were back here, Cresta.
He knew I was coming back in the saddle because RJ City told him. That's what I believe, and that's what I'm running with.
There we go.
Yes, this was a good card for me to come back and enjoy wrestling. I had a great time, and maybe I still got the rose-colored glasses on because I didn't watch wrestling for like 2 months for real.
Damn, what was that like? Like, what's it like to actually get like a break?
Honestly,
The
I
Cresta
missed
off
wrestling.
season.
I missed wrestling. I was like, what can I do with my time? And honestly, I catch myself peeking, but like looking at old stuff made me want to watch new stuff.
Yeah. I feel like I'm at that point where I need to take a break, but I just financially can't.
Fair enough.
I feel like I have been watching nothing but nonstop wrestling for 7 years now, and it's like I need, like, sometimes you just need that separation, and I'm so happy that you got that and that you found your excitement to watch it again. But shows like this, even when burnout, which is real, shows like this go, oh yeah, I do love this shit still.
I actually do like wrestling.
Yeah, I still do. I still love it. Absolutely. Get your super chats in, get your humper chats in, guys. We will that's a guaranteed way to get your comment read on the air tonight, and we will read every single one of those before we get out of here. About 55 minutes or so, depending on how long we need to talk. Now, full disclosure, Cresta, thanks to my son who decided he did not want to go to sleep, I missed most of the opening matchup. I did see the finish of the opening matchup, but I need your full, complete analysis and breakdown of the Bang Bang Gang's upset win over FTR tonight. Did not see that one coming, but the Bang Bang Gang, do get the win tonight. The triple bangs.
I got to tell you, this crowd, first of all, was unhinged for Juice Robinson. Now, I don't know what the beef was. I just coming in here watching wrestling, and it was great. The chest chops sounded awful. It sounded like gunshots. I've missed you, Nigel McGuinness. Why did he say, I think he said this about Juice Robinson, that he's got the Kourtney Kardashian award for oversharing on the internet. What? I didn't even, I guess, you know what? Do your big one. Juice Robinson got a lot of hot tags. FTR focused a lot on his left knee. They were cutting off the ring. But when he finally got the hot tag on Austin was able to get a double, no, that was Juice. Juice did hit a double DDT. I'm looking at my notes, y'all. Juice did hit a huge double DDT when FTR cut off the ring. I was quite surprised that Stokely didn't cheat by this point. I think it was like 10 minutes in. There was a no-host chant for Stokely, which was great. There was a double crossbody collision between Austin and Cash Wheeler, and Juice gets the hot tag. So here's where the ending begins to start. We begin winding down because Juice Robinson is over. He got the hot tag. He starts taking out FTR both at the same time. And then Austin hits like I want to say he's trying to take Cash Wheeler over the top rope. It looked like a damn near Spanish fly. They both tumble out the ring, and I'm like, oh no, here comes Stokely Hathaway to cheat. Stokely gets choked by Bandito and Hologram, who are outside. He's pulling masks off. He gets chased, and then he gets beat up by Jet Speed. And the Bang Bang Gang, specifically Juice Robinson, is able to pin FTR. And I could not believe my eyes, but this was so much fun. And poor little Stokely, quote, to quote Speedball, because that was great when he said little Stokely.
Dude, he sold that super kick like it literally killed him. Like, he's so damn good when it's just fun watching him get beat up. And
my bad, that was Gravity, not Hologram. I'm sorry. The masks, they be getting me. I'm like, is that Hologram, Gravity? I'm so sorry.
It's all good. There's so many masked wrestlers in AEW. There's so many of them. Even when I saw him come out, I was like, oh, damn. Like, in all sincerity, like when obviously Bandito's got the unique mask. I'm like, cool. It took me a minute to figure out who that was after they jumped the barricade. So it took me a minute to figure out that was Gravity as well. But yeah, hopefully Hologram is back soon from his latest.
Or El Clone.
But yeah, it's just so fun watching Stokely get his ass kicked, and he's so good at it. He knows his role, he knows his lane, and he really, really just dives into it head first. And he knows how to make his money. He knows how to make his money. He knows he's hilarious.
So good.
He knows he's hilarious. He knows he can be the butt of every joke, and he knows that in these kind of situations, yeah, sure, super kick me, and I'll sell it like $1 million for you. But I was surprised to see the Bang Bang Gang pick up this win because FTR's got a tag team title shot in just 2 weeks. So now I'm sitting here going, does this mean we're adding Juice and Austin to that tag team title match? Because I kind of feel like we should.
I don't think so. I think there's a world where FTR does do the tag title match against Brodito by themselves. Listen, kayfabe, hear me out, y'all. They're the best heels ever. Just hear me out. These guys are great. However, I think that as a fan, these guys are objectively perfect heels. They're not cool heels. We're not cheering them. They're just heels. So they could lose right now. And I don't think it takes anything away from them. Let's say they do beat Brodito. You have a perfect challenger set up for them. Sure. And even if they don't, there's a feud exit out of that so Brodito can move on. You know what I mean? So I think there's a world where FTR doesn't have to do a triple threat match with Brodito.
Yeah. The FTR, by the way, last time I checked, were the betting favorites. You can go to my bookie if you want and check that out and see if you want to put some money on FTR to win the AEW World Tag Team titles at Full Gear coming up on the 22nd. We had a backstage segment with Kyle Fletcher and Renee Paquette, obviously running down the stipulation for the TNT Championship match at Full Gear. No DQ match. If Mark Briscoe loses this time, he has to join the Don Callis family. But then we get Okada coming into the scene here. And I love the Don Callis family dynamic, the fact that there are rivalries within the family.
There's a million of them in there, of course.
There's a million of them. They're not all going to get along, right? You don't get along with every family member. You don't get along with every coworker. All right. There's going to be some people that you're going to just, try to be petty with, try to make their lives a living hell. And that's where we're at with Okada and Takeshita right now. And you got Okada coming in and saying, I'm sorry that Takeshita is not here to be for you right now, but I will be here for you. And after you beat Mark Briscoe, we, as what did he call them? The captains of the Don Callis family, we will be what did he say? Protocada. This man is petty. This man is a savage, and I am here for all of it.
Rick, this little segment put me through so many emotions. The idea of Mark Briscoe in a suit.
Yeah, that look, I'll spoiler alert right now. Mark Briscoe's winning the TNT title at Full Gear. There ain't no way on earth they're throwing him in the Don Callis family.
I want there to be a way. I want there to be a way because something about that just does something. I want to see Mark Briscoe cause so much chaos in that. Oh man, something about that just.
It would be a fun and interesting dynamic. It would either be fun and interesting, or they would literally like be muzzling Mark Briscoe, which I don't think anybody would want to see. It would give me like Daniel Bryan and the Wyatt family vibes if they did that with Mark Briscoe. So they would have to do something kind of different with it.
I could see it being Mark Briscoe sees the bullshit. It's like, but to catch I could see it. I could see it. That was layer 1. Layer 2, Okada, you are so messy. Oh, Takeshi's not here for you, but I am. And we're like pretty much the captains. Like, yo, are you staging a coup, Okada?
I mean,
yo,
he's honey dipping that man. Is what he was doing. That's exactly what he was doing.
And then to top it off, I felt like that Vince McMahon meme when he fell out the chair. When he said Proto Okada, I said, yo, I love wrestling. I never loved wrestling so much a day in my life. I need to both in a tag team. What are we? You have to shoot them. You have to shoot them. Like, what are you going to do?
Even Renee was like, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty good. The other thing, going back to Mark Briscoe, though, real quick, the other thing that I think they could do if they put him in the Don Callis family is just have him be the most unhinged version of Mark Briscoe. Like, take his normal self and crank that shit up to 11 and just have his goal be to annoy the Don Callis family to the point where they kick him out.
Why did I get a vision of Mark Briscoe a la low-key in a suit, New Japan? I love pro wrestling.
I mean, if they forced him to like wear a suit, he would have to like cut the sleeves off, right? So he'd have to this might be an old reference for some folks, but Rick Wild Thing Vaughn that shit where he just cuts it off, goes full Major League style. He's not wearing suit pants, he's wearing jorts and Crocs. Right? That's like the Mark Briscoe uniform. That's what I envision the Mark Briscoe uniform being inside the Don Callis family, if that's how they end up doing it. Again, just trying to annoy them into the point where it's like, go the hell back to the conglomeration, please, for the love of God.
And Briscoe was like, you know what? I actually like it here.
I like it here.
Since I like it here, this has the opportunity to be sports entertainment peak. And I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Again, I feel Mark Briscoe's winning the title, but I'm actually rooting against him now. Just based off of this conversation.
Listen, it could be great.
Got a super chat here from Orion Ben 666. All we need are good matches, and the show writes itself. You want to talk about good matches? Scratch that. You want to talk about great matches? Holy shit, Kyle Fletcher and Ace Austin.
For why did we get this for free?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm not complaining. Ace Austin was on one in this one.
I love Quadzilla.
Like, he's just got this arsenal, his style, his offense is just not the kind that you see in a typical match. He was showcasing his uniqueness on full display in this one, as was his selling. Like, when he got torpedoed into the middle turnbuckle, I thought that man was dead. But then he bounces back literally off the ropes with the spin kick across the face. Just 10 out of 10. No notes. He goes for the fold. The counter into the brain buster was absolutely seamless by Kyle Fletcher. I thought that might have been it. And honestly, if that was the end of the match, I wouldn't have cared because it was so damn smooth. Exactly. But Ace Austin kicks out. Even though he ended up losing because Fletcher did hit the brain buster off the top turnbuckle, the fact that this was so competitive and Ace Austin was right there step for step and honestly kind of in some points outshined Kyle Fletcher. Not to say that Fletcher had an off night. He was spectacular in this match, but I thought Ace Austin was just a little bit better here tonight and just really showcased what he could do. Even though he lost, he went over in the end in this one for me.
This is the best part of the show for me because I get to glaze TNA because I've been knew about Quadzilla over here. He is so good. He has the strength to keep up with Cal Fletcher, and he has the speed to sometimes even outspeed Cal Fletcher. I have to tell you that deep pin where he had him in the, let me make sure I get this right because I wrote it down because I was sports entertained. Okay, I can't read. I don't remember where it is. But the deep bridge pin, but he only got 2 on Kyle. I was like, bro, how? This match had no reason being that good. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think the finish was ever in doubt the way that they're putting over the Briscoe match. But there is an argument that somewhere down the line, you could put the TNT title on Ace Austin. He was so good in this match. I'm so glad he had a showcase like this. And honestly, guys, you should watch TNA because then you can see people like this before they come to AEW because we all know they're going to leave. So,
well, you mean once WWE's done cherry picking all the ones they want?
Listen, not everyone go stay. Not everyone will go to the Fed. Eric Young left, saw what they was doing, and came back, and now he's the Spectre of TNA. Okay.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
He left. They signed the contract. It was like
MF signed, never appeared on TV, and said, "Get me out."
Mind you, he got murdered on TNA by Cody Deaner, and then showed up like, "Hey guys, I'm just on a motorcycle now." Like,
do the old Men in Black. Just I don't have any.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
Just the old. Oh my goodness. I loved the Chris Statlander promo tonight. It was very, very simple, but it was effective storytelling. And the fact that, when you really stop and think about it, Mercedes is really, really stretching herself thin and quite literally all across the globe. And I thought back to, she's talking about how Chris Statler says, I'm 100% focused on this. And that immediately took me back to when they were setting up the teams for the women's tag team title tournament. And Harley Cameron came to her and said, hey, I know you're the AEW women's world champion, but can we do this thing? Can we enter the tournament together? And Stat was like, no, but I got the perfect person for you. Here's Willow Nightingale. And boom, Babes of Wrath are off and running. And I think they actually have a really good shot of winning the whole tournament. And it's that lack of focus and being stretched too thin. And, reason why she lost the opening round matchup to the Babes of Wrath. That, and she really didn't get on the same page with Athena, but still, all-star teams fail for a reason. Remember that, folks. But I agree with her in the fact that, like, Mercedes, if she wants to win, the story for me here is, she kind of needs to focus because it's like she feels like she is going to, speaking strictly kayfabe here, Mercedes kind of feels like to me she's walking into this match thinking that her talent alone is going to be enough to win this match. And the fact that she's going to be overconfident because she's already beaten Chris Statlander twice.
Correct.
And Chris is going to be like, no, I'm a different woman than I was a year ago. You need to focus on me if you want to win the one title you don't have right now.
And I think Chris also made a good point. You're not going to put this on a prop to have some nameless hot guy, which we appreciate. I appreciate.
I think she called him a male bimbo is actually what she said.
Listen, the himbos can stay. Okay. But Tony Storm also said the same thing about Mercedes, that you got all of these titles and all of those titles don't mean anything as much as this title does. I'm going to defend this title, protect this title with all of my heart. And Chris Statlander said the same thing. You want to be the greatest, that's fine, but this will always be the one prize that you'll never get because you're stretching yourself too thin. I like this for Chris. I like this quiet confidence, like, say what you want, but I'm the champion and you're not focused. And come blood and guts, I'm going to make you focus, which kind of is like, Statlander, you're going to beat her up? Oh my God. I live.
There's a lot of people going to get their ass whooped on Wednesday.
Oh man, I do not want to see Thekla in that match, but also I can't wait for Harley Cameron to get her lick back. I'm going to be looking at it like this, Rick. You know how I give it up.
Thekla's going to be hanging off some shit on Wednesday.
She's jumping off the cage, or she's going to spider up or down the cage. That's definitely happening.
Just give me 10 minutes of her just climbing, like literally crawling all over that sumbitch. Like, just.
That's very Wyatt 6, but also,
dude, like, and we'll get there. Like the stuff that she can do is
I'm scared. Her Marina Shafir, you got it.
like core strength off the charts. Holy shit. But obviously we'll get there. Loved what we saw at Chris Statlander tonight. I even liked right after this, they did that quick little backstage segment with Don Callis and the Death Riders, where Don Callis came off like such a little punk bitch. So he played his role perfectly there. But look, they go to the Death Riders. They say, hey, look, if you guys could beat the ever-living shit out of Mark Briscoe on Wednesday in Blood and Guts, that would be great. Soften him up for Kyle Fletcher. That way we can kind of rein him in and bring him into the Don Callis family. And the Death Riders don't care. Pac is like, look, yeah, of course we're going to murder this man, but we were going to do that anyway. And Don goes up to Mox and was like, hey, great. Look, you guys do that. Maybe I could owe you a favor. Moxley says, F your favor. But the thing that really put this whole little backstage segment over the top, did you see the look that Claudio Castagnoli gave Kyle Fletcher?
I saw the way he looked at that title, like,
yes, ma'am. And I'm sitting over here like Audrey 2. Feed me, Seymour. Like, give it to me right now. Let's go. I'm ready. That's another reason why, by the way, I'm rooting for Kyle Fletcher, because now I want to see Kyle Fletcher and Claudio Castagnoli for the TNT title.
Let me tell you something, right? A Don Callis apologist, but I don't know what he thought was going to happen here. I'd rather owe Satan himself a favor than John Moxley. I'm so sorry. Whoa, because that favor got to be paid back in blood, pal. Like this. Ooh, no, whoa. You didn't even have to ask him to do that. Like Pac said, we were going to
do that anyway.
Like, but now that you've said something, yikes, Don. Like, I like your group, Don. I think your group is great, but these guys rip phone books for fun. And I wouldn't want to owe a favor to these people. So, however, Claudio versus Kyle, like someone said, book that. I just want to see what's gonna happen. I just want to see what's gonna happen. For me.
We had TJ making quick work of Mile World and High-End. Thank you for coming, ladies. Good night's work for you. Hope the check clears. You earned it. This was very simple, very effective. It gave them a win ahead of their opening round matchup against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir. I kind of feel bad for them, though. They are, without a question, the longest tenured team in the women's tag team division. And they got first round early knockout written all over them. Are you giving them any chance against Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir?
Based off of this squash match tonight, great to see Maya World and High-End on my TV, yes. But hell no. Now. Maybe if it was still Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. Maybe. But Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir, hell nah. I don't even know who's going to beat them. You're going to have to cattle prod these two women. And even then, I think Marina Shafir might choke you while you're cattle prodding her. I'm afraid of her. She's got it. Bro. And Megan Bayne is 9'9".
She is impressive. Like, having seen
bring Camille Brick back. That's the only other person I could think that might be able to do something. And I just want to see that for me personally. Again, book it.
Somehow Tony Khan just finds these women who are just like look like they're just literally crafted out of marble. Right? He's like, he lost Jade Cargill. He's like, cool. Let's just bring Megan in here. We're fine. Everything's great. We're good.
I need to bring Bozilla. I need that now. I need that yesterday. What?
So when this tournament first got announced, unfortunately, I put together a bracket. Like I did a bracket predictions for Sports Illustrated. actually nailed most of it in all sincerity. And I had this as an opening round matchup only with Penelope Ford, and I just did not see TJ having a chance of getting out of the first round because I envision the semifinals of Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa versus Megan Bay. Like, I'm Alex Windsor and Riho. Like, that's a team that was literally filled. That was the fill out the bracket team. They're not beating Toni and Mina.
It'll be competitive.
Yeah, it'll be competitive, but they're not winning that matchup. Interesting, the fact that, Alex and Toni were, have some great chemistry with one another. They were really working well with one another earlier this year in the fall. And so it's an interesting matchup that's never going to be in doubt. So are you really going to do Mina and Toni versus TJ? Or do you run it back and do Toni, Megan Bayne again in the semifinals? That's where I'm like, I just envision that being the case. Who beats them? It might be tough. It's so tough because I think the Babes of Wrath are going to the finals. I think they will beat Triangle of Madness. Do you do babyface versus babyface in the finals, or do you basically run back what you already did at the last pay-per-view where you had Willow and Harley beat Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, but they beat Penelope Ford, not Marina Shafir. So do you run that back as the finals, or do you do something you haven't done where you bring in Toni and Mina versus the Babes of Wrath and just split the crowd and just have them lose their damn mind? I kind of feel like that's where I would go with it, but
I think there's a world where Bayne and Shafir win, even over Toni and Mina. That could be like your upset until you build up credible tag teams. Because with the exception of TJ, everyone's kind of like a ragtag team. Even Toni and Mina, they're just friends. You know what I mean? You can build up.
They built them up for like the last several months. Like, they've started putting the pieces together. You could start connecting the dots of who was going to be teams. These alliances have come together naturally on screen. But yes, you're right. In the grand scheme of things, you've got TJ, who've been there from day one, dating back to whichever the Jericho Appreciation Society. Like,
LOL. Yes.
That's how far back they go compared to, oh yeah, hey, we've been hanging out for these last few months. So yeah.
We'll see. I like that there's speculation and there's not like, well, this person's gonna win, obviously.
Right. Interesting times for Harley Cameron, by the way. Because Harley Cameron pins Athena on Wednesday. Now she's got herself a Ring of Honor Women's Championship match. Athena is pissed off about it. Straight up bullies Lexi Nair tonight because she's still just that confident minion overlord. But at the same time, she's now kind of doubting herself a little bit after suffering only her 5th pinfall loss in 5 damn years. Like, what? Which, didn't even realize it at the time. What a feather in the cap for Harley Cameron to get that pinfall victory over Athena on Wednesday. But she completely put Harley on notice on this Ring of Honor singles match. Like, this was a very layered, very nuanced promo from Athena tonight, and it just shows off why she's so damn good at what she does. At the same time that she's cocky, confident, arrogant, all that rolled into one, at the same time, she's like pissed and bitter that she lost to Harley, but at the same time, she's also concerned that she could lose to her again and then lose her Ring of Honor Women's title at the same time. A lot of mixed emotions coming out in one promo there.
Let me say this. Harley Cameron is so endearing. That is Bailey Hugger levels of face. And I can't wait for her to get there. And I say the same thing about Maxine Dupree. There's a earnest, I want to get better. I'm the greatest. I want to try. I at least want to try. And I love that. That being said, a pissed off Athena, a violent, she's gonna kill you. That's like facing Samoa Joe, girl. I wouldn't do that. Yeah. She's gonna beat you up in the blood and guts match, and then she's really gonna beat you up in the Ring of Honor match. And I feel bad for Harley Cameron, because if what I think is gonna happen, I think Harley Cameron's gonna get her licks in on Athena, and Athena's gonna go off the deep end, and she's gonna go straight. Maybe I need to be American Joshi for real. Maybe I need to really start hurting you girls for real. Maybe I need to stop being a nice minion overlord and crack the whip, per se. Look at how she spoke to Lexi, and Lexi's the most loyal minion.
All that woman did was spout facts about what happened on Wednesday, and Athena's like, excuse me, did you forget who the F I am? Say the line. And then move forward from there.
She's gonna kill this poor girl. Oh my God, Harley. I love you, Harley Cameron. Not like this.
We'll get to Harley in a minute. I've got so much mixed feelings about what's going on with Harley right now and the way she's being booked. But we have another match before we got to Harley, because Harley's match was a reserve matchup. We needed Jamie Hayter to beat Skye Blue first to get to that matchup with Thekla. That's exactly what happened. I had a feeling this match was going to be good. I didn't know this match was going to be this good. Jamie Hayter and Skye Blue work incredibly well together. The crowd was into this one. I thought the way that Jamie pulled the win from ducking the roundhouse kick and immediately swooping in, very smooth with the Haterade, and just knocked Skye Blue's head off. I thought that was a really, really well done finish. This was very competitive. It got a lot of time to showcase how like a lot of improvement from Skye Blue. Like she was good before her injury. I think it took her a little bit to get her feet underneath her, but she's now finding a groove with Triangle of Madness. This was a good showcase for her. Yes, Jamie Hayter came out on top. She needed to get to the third match that we were going to talk about here, but this was really, really good. We'll talk about the post stuff afterwards. What did you think of the match itself?
I was so sports impressed with Skye Blue. Her selling this match, even if Jamie Hayter didn't really hit her, she was acting like Jamie Hayter killed her. Skye Blue was fantastic this match, and I'm taking nothing away from Jamie Hayter. She's always good. But bro, Skye Blue this match, she was really doing her big one. I have to say, this chest chops was really something, because these women, it sounded terrible. Also, them running and chasing each other around the ring in the beginning. I was like, cue the Benny Hill music or the Scooby-Doo music. This is too much. Truly. No, this match was everything that I think it needed to be. And it was, I'm glad it was a qualifier match, but it didn't have to be, because these girls was wrestled their asses off. And I was sports entertained.
We need to get a word here from Sean. I don't know which one of full disclosure. These all say October on them. It is now November 8th. I don't know. I'm going to pick one at random.
Spooky. Scary.
Hopefully all this stuff still applies.
We all know the blue brand is the best, but we're not talking about SmackDown. But you're ready to put the SmackDown on a little something, if you know what I mean. But what about when you get into the main event, the big show? Not that big show. Maybe it becomes a big show. I don't know. Either way, you want that performance to be good. You want to satisfy. You want better sex. And Blue Chew and the code FIGHTFUL has you covered. Get your first shipment free. Just pay $5 shipping when you use that promo code FIGHTFUL. Just a few clicks away. Sign up at BlueChew.com. Consult with one of their licensed medical providers. And once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription in days. It's all done online. No doctor's visits. No waiting in line at the pharmacy in person, all that good stuff. And now you can make your life easier by getting harder and discovering your options at BlueChew.com. Try your first month of Blue Chew free when you use that promo code FIGHTFUL and just pay $5 shipping. That's promo code FIGHTFUL. Visit Blue Chew for the important safety details and information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring us, as always. Don't let her down. Don't make her draft somebody else to the brand. Don't do it. BlueChew.com and the code FIGHTFUL.
I would click on the one like WWE censored one.
Bro, what was the end of that ad? Don't make her call someone else up. Sean.
Jeez. I was just really happy that there wasn't like some kind of like October only like promo in there. I'm like, oh, please don't be time sensitive. Why do these all say October on them?
I think Michael Lewis said it best. Boo Jew for the spooky voters.
Oh, Jesus. Some of them are. Make sure to get your super chats in. Make sure to get your humper chats in, guys. As a way to guarantee to get your comment read on the air, we will read every single one of them before we get out of here tonight. I guarantee you we will do that. After Jamie Hayter defeated Skye Blue, we get Triangle of Madness that comes down, and of course they attack Jamie Hayter until the Babes of Wrath rush down to the ring, which, by the way, I see you, Willow. You were just in the UK yesterday, and you already in Houston for your little spot here tonight. That girl's putting in work.
Come on now.
Immediately they roll into Thekla and Harley Cameron. This crowd, to your point earlier, Cresta, was incredibly into Harley Cameron. They did the fight angle. They cut to commercial break. They come back, and this crowd is white hot for Harley Cameron at the start of it. She got her ass kicked for most of this match, though.
Oh, brother. Bro, my first note is poor Harley kayfabe, but fuck yeah, Harley. But yikes, she got beat up so bad in this match.
She got her ass handed to her. She got the shine spot. Once she finally got the upper hand a little bit, she got to do the feel the wrath. She's running through the corner and she was selling her ass off, or she was getting her ass kicked for real. One of the two. It looked good. Thekla had me dying. Like this woman just straight up like scaring people in the front row.
Menace behavior.
She's freaking great. The stuff that she can do with her body is ridiculous. Like I said, the core strength, the doing the crab walk spider pose and then immediately twisting around and getting full speed into the spear to beat Harley Cameron in this one. Great work by both ladies here. It's like I look at even Harley and the limited offense that she was able to give here. You can continue to see, like you said with Maxine, every time she gets in the ring, you can see the work that she has put in, and it is starting to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
Like tonight was only Harley's. I had to look it up. I had to figure out what number she was at. This is only her 84th match ever. This woman doesn't even have 100 matches under her belt. And she could be honestly a world champion by the end of the month if she beats Athena. Like she is, in my opinion, way ahead of where she should be with the amount of in-ring time that she has.
Mm-hmm.
She continues to get better. I am the booking of her right now. I'm very, very conflicted by it. She just got the biggest win of her career on Wednesday when she pinned Athena. She has a Ring of Honor Women's World Title match coming up at the end of the month. She's got a women's tag team semifinals match coming up against Triangle of Madness. But she's going to lose clean as a sheet to Thekla. Now, again, I understand it because much like War Games, Blood and Guts, it's a better matchup 99 times out of 100 if the heels have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't get some kind of outside interference to screw Harley over. I think if I got that, I would feel great about where things are at. In fact, she lost clean, though. Just didn't fully sit right with me, even though I just laid out. She's still kind of in her rookie-ish, sophomore-ish phase here. It just didn't sit right with me. Am I in a weird spot on that? Is that just a me thing? How do you feel about it?
I don't think you're too off base about it. However, I will say booking Harley Cameron now is a tightrope kind of walk because she's very popular. However, it'll come to a point where you're going to have to actually wrestle these girls, girl. And if I put you in the ring with Thekla, this is great. But a Megan Bayne or an Athena, a Mercedes, they're going to beat you every time. Everyone's going to beat you every time. You know what I mean? And I don't think that right now she is in a bad spot where if she keeps losing, people will lose interest in her. I think the fact that she keeps improving. I'm sorry, what?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, I think that as long as she keeps improving or she's on the trajectory that she is now, when she does win something, people are going to be like, yo, she deserves it. She deserves this so much. She absolutely is going to lose to Athena, but not everyone who's still new gets to challenge Athena. She absolutely lost to Mercedes Moné, but not everyone gets to challenge Mercedes Moné. She's in a lot of spots that other people who've been there could wanna be in, you know what I mean? So I get what you're saying because it's like, dang, how many times is she gonna lose? But if she wins too fast, people are gonna turn on her. And I don't want that either.
Like it's not the fact that she lost, it's just the timing in which she took the loss. It's just, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not big on now that she is, and again, I know it's Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
As somebody said in the comments, it's kind of a vacuum. It's kind of off on its own thing. She's a number one contender for a world title. I just feel weird about having those people lose clean, even to somebody like Thekla, who has way more experience than she does. And somebody, Orion666 says in the chat that story with Harley is she's still kind of punching above her head, above her weight a little bit. And I also agree with that. It's just, if you're going to make her a number one contender for one of your world titles in one of these companies, I'd like to see her continue on that momentum or at least get screwed over. Again,
I see what you're saying.
It's just the timing. It's just the timing.
It's not like Harley challenged Athena. You know what I mean? Athena wants to beat her up because how dare you? Other people I could take, but you rookie, you pinned me.
Right.
So in this situation, I can understand where you're coming from, but it's fine because Harley didn't ask for this. She might have said, hey, maybe, but I'm focused on blood and guts. Athena wants this because Athena's embarrassed. And that's the worst part about it, is that's why we're like, dang, well, no matter how bad, because Harley's losing that match. Let me be clear here. If Billy makes, I could see the fans turning on Harley if she's the one who dethrones Athena very respectfully. I can see that happening. I don't want that.
I don't think she's winning that. I think she might win the tag titles. I think she might she might win Blood and Guts on Wednesday. She could. That would be, I'd shut the hell up. I'd shut up about this L tonight if she beats Thekla on Wednesday and wins Blood and Guts. I'll shut my mouth.
I think Harley Cameron will be fine. And no matter, I think if she gets beat up twice in 3 weeks, like I saw someone say she's get beat up twice in 3 weeks, she's going to be such a baby face. No matter what, she's already on that. We love Harley no matter what she does. When she finally wins something, she's going to be so over. If she does win the tag titles, her and Willow, oh my God, that's going to be so cute. But also, how you going to beat Megan Bayne and, Marina Shafir? You got a cattle prod? You going to Darby Allin it?
Hey. Willow kicked the shit out of FTR a couple weeks ago. Like, she ain't scared of no Megan Bayne.
Yeah, but respectfully, Harley Cameron, what you gonna do? Harley, I love Harley Cameron. I think she's great. I'm not trying to rag on her, but Marina Shafir and Megan Bayne are level 9,000 athletes, and she's a level 20, and we love our level 20s, but these ladies are mean.
Got a couple of quick announcements to run through. We had Jet Speed. They have entered the Casino Gauntlet match for the National Championship. Tony Khan has ordered the Acclaimed, pretty much, that's what I got out of this, to appear together at Full Gear Tailgate Brawl. I loved Lexi Nair's, rundown of everything. Tony Khan is basically taking I'm trying to run a business approach to the Acclaim. Your guys' numbers, merch sale, everything. You guys together means more money for me, so you guys are going to be together at Full Gear Tailgate Brawl. Basically forcing these guys to team together. No one gives an F about you separately, but together you make me money.
While that's true, here's my thing. What's the end game? The Acclaim broke up because they got stale. Let's be honest. The Acclaim broke up because they got stale, and then you guys fumbled their singles. So what are we going to do here? What happens? He goes back to rapping for 3 months, and they were like, all right, ooh, don't do this if you don't got an end game for them. That's my only complaint here. There's a reason why they broke up.
There's a reason, but you have people now who are clamoring them to get back together. Isn't that in and of itself the end game? You've made people excited about the Acclaimed again.
If you're
maybe not everybody
them to win, what are we doing?
I mean, there is something to be said. Like neither one of these guys could buy a singles win unless they were facing each other. And now they're going to just start beating tag teams again. I don't know. It's
the get along shirt. As I said, it's funny, but I find that there was a match that the Acclaimed had that they're trying to chase, that you stopped booking them properly. You didn't book their singles properly. We're going to go back to the rapping and they're together for 3 business months, and then it's going to get corny again. And I don't want that for them.
If you put them back together, if they agree to it, if they finally give in, they got to be different. They have to evolve.
Agreed.
They can't just go right back to doing the shtick again. Who knows if Billy Gunn's going to be back on screen, if he's going to be involved, like everything, the scissoring go away, the rapping go away. Figure out, and hopefully they're working on this now, because this is happening. Like, it's inevitable at this point. Unacclaimed, acclaimed, whatever you want to call them, they will be coming back together. They will be a tag team full time. That's the story. That's the end game. Where they go from there, I don't know. If the crowd's behind them, it's going to work fine. But they got to be different. They got to be new.
Agreed.
They got to be fresh. It's got to be Acclaim 2.0, something different. So hopefully they're working on some stuff right now.
I can't wait to see how that turns out.
We got Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat, who are going to be at Blood and Guts. Cool.
Yeah.
And our main event was Roderick Strong defeating Jon Moxley via countout to earn his team the advantage inside of Blood and Guts. So one heel team gets the advantage. One babyface team gets the advantage. It's going to be very interesting to see how they book that, how they produce that, because again, just the basic setup of these matches works better when the heels have the advantage. They got it on 2-on-1, 3-on-2, whatever it is, and they're beating the hell out of the baby faces. And then you get the hot new entrant that comes in and fires up the crowd again. It just works better that way. So it's going to be interesting to see how they book the conglomeration Darby Allin team against the Death Riders when it's the good guys who have the advantage. But I digress. This match was absolute chaos. You get Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir, who end up getting tossed out of this match. And while they're getting tossed, you get Pac, who shows up and attacks Roddy behind the referee's back. He sets up a table, which Daniel Garcia ends up going through. Like, what a night's work for Danny, where he literally runs in, grand opening, grand closing. Hi, nice to see you. Through the table, your night is done. That was a quick night's work for him. Pac ends up taking a knee to the face by Kyle O'Reilly. Mox gets spine bustered? I forget what the move was, on the freaking ring steps, which hurt me to watch.
Dude.
He ends up fumbling around on the outside, trying to slide back into the ring. Darby Allin then grabs his leg and holds him from being able to get back into the ring, drags him under the ring a little bit. Referee hits a 10 count. Roddy wins the match. We ain't done, though, because Darby Allin, that crazy son of a bitch, has a damn taser. He tases Pac, and then, he pretends like he's threatening to tase anybody who's coming near him. This was just an overall rough night for the Death Riders. This was some crazy shit. It was really hard to keep up with everything that was happening toward the end of the match. Like, the match, by the way, itself was good. Was really good. Until all the chaos. I don't remember anything that I just remember feeling like, oh, this is a really good match. And then a bunch of shit happened, and I'm like, I don't remember anything that happened before the bunch of shit. I don't remember
because this is a graps. This was a real graps match. To be fair, they were doing a lot of it was real graps. This was real graps tonight. To your point, though, about the faces winning, Roderick Strong has real beef with the conglomeration.
Yes,
And
he
I could
does.
see that breaking down real fast. All right. All right. Also, what's that car ride going to be like for Roderick Strong and Marina Shafir? I want to know what that car ride's like. You know, kayfabe. I just want to know what that's like. Secondly, bro.
Are they like kayfabe? Right. Kayfabe speaking. Like on screen, we all know that Renee Paquette and John Moxley are married.
Mhm.
Are the characters of Roderick Strong and Marina Shafir
They
married?
mentioned
Like,
it on commentary. Nigel
they?
said the
Okay.
same thing I've said, like, oh, what's that going to be? How's that going?
I mean, she
So,
literally spit on him.
listen, I'm not going to judge what people are into.
It's
Listen,
such a weird dynamic when it's like one's a baby face, one's a heel, and they're on, different sides.
I don't know how this is going to work out. I definitely see the conglomeration not conglomerating, commiserating, and actually hating each other during this fight. I actually wouldn't be surprised if somebody defects to the Death Riders. That's just me and my hot take. I wouldn't be surprised with that. Daniel Garcia. That's literally my note. Sigh, Daniel Garcia. You know, the only way that Darby Allin's spot could have been better is if you guys use Danhausen. That's just me. I love some Danhausen, but I digress too. Darby using stop it. Darby using a real taser, real cattle prod. Respectfully, y'all are a bunch of Goldbergs. I would taser Pac too. I would taser John Moxley too. I would taser Marina Shafir twice and run because I think that's not going to affect her, bro. Claudio Castagnoli would throw the taser at me and I would get tased. I think that's an appropriate response to the Death Riders.
It's funny you mentioned Claudio Castagnoli. Where the hell was he at the end of the show tonight?
Making coffee? I don't know.
I'm like, did I miss him? There was a lot of shit that happened, but where was Claudio when the tasers were flying? I didn't see any of that.
I didn't see him either. I didn't even see him at the end. I just saw Marina there. Speaking of Marina, did you notice at the beginning of John Moxley's entrance for the main event, there was someone screaming like a pterodactyl? No, before she slapped him, I just was like, I don't know if it was her or I know I said pterodactyl wrong. I like to say the P in pterodactyl. Leave me alone. I don't know if it was her or a fan. Was it just me? Am I deaf? Is it me?
I don't remember that, to be honest. I saw the shadowy smacks. Like, I thought that's where you were going, like her just smacking the shit out of him, like wake up John and get him ready for a fight.
That's why when she spit on Roderick, I didn't think anything of it.
But I bring up Claudio's absence because of C. Delgado 6 saying the fall of Mox is going to be fascinating. Claudio going to take over. Like, they really have been setting this up nicely to where it's like John talks such a big game, but when shit hits the fan, he doesn't react well, and he has no problems throwing the Death Riders to the wolves if it means he gets the F out of Dodge. And one of these days, I agree with Delgado. Claudio's going to get sick of his shit. And Claudio's going to realize, like, it's going to be like the ending of Space Jam where the
oh yeah, I was like, wait, Space Jam.
Yes, where the Monstars are going to realize, oh wait, we're bigger than this dude now. Why don't we just kick his ass? It's going to be that. It's going to be Claudio going, why do I take orders from you? I am bigger. I am stronger. I am more Swiss than you. I am going to kick the shit out of you.
Swiss than you is insane. Listen, I like this unhinged take. No, not that one. This one. I bet Yuta takes so. That's so unhinged. Who's gonna listen?
No.
Can you imagine if Wheeler Yuta's, Han Solo, who shot first? Wheeler Yuta shot first. Can you imagine?
What's Wheeler Yuta gonna do? Make them a boy band?
Him and Daddy tell me why ain't nothing but a bad break.
Somewhere deep in the bowels of the city of Chicago, Iridian right now, her spidey senses are tingling. She's like, who's talking shit about Wheeler Yuta? Who do I gotta fight?
Marina will take out Mox before you. Bro, Marina's gonna be the new leader. She's gonna say nothing and slap people. Her and Claudio.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it if Marina is the one who fires the first shot against Moxley. Like, Claudio gets up in his grill and he goes to run, and Marina's just right there to drop him. Right? We'll see. It's going to happen.
No, Moxley's definitely. I do agree that there's been subtle storytelling, like, yo, you went from we get checks to lose it, count it out. Yeah, tap it out. You should have died.
Sir, I'm sorry. This makes no sense. Have you seen how Joe Flacco has been balling out since he became a Bengal? The defense sucks. That's why they aren't winning. It ain't because of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's doing
Rick said.
That's not an apt comparison. That's not an apt comparison. Wheeler Yuta is Jake Browning. Okay, that's where we're at. There's your sports analogy if you wanted to throw that one out. But yes,
I agree with what Rick said. I don't know what any of that means.
Thank God the Bengals are on a bye week. Cresta, what do you got going on? Where can people find your stuff?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's always fun talking about AEW with you here on Saturdays with my good friend Riccacino. The only way AEW tonight could have been better is if they booked Blake Christian, aka Rick. But we love you, Rick. You're the greatest. I'm here every Friday and Saturday. I am co-hosting the SmackDown show now. Stay tuned for TNA results. There is a TNA show next week, though. There is a TNA show next week. Boom. I am starting my own wrestling series called Restvestigations. We're figuring out the things you guys didn't ask for, like where's Samoa Joe's spawn point. You could say, Cresta, you can look it up, but I don't care. I want to get on the internet and lie. So you should check out my YouTube at Cresta Star, everywhere Cresta Star, except for X, where it's going to be at Cresta the Star, like Megan the Stallion. You guys are fantastic. Your butt looks nice. I hope you find $20 on the floor. Rick, where can people consume your media and support you?
Yeah, follow me on X right here, as you see it, as it's spelled, Rick Ucchino. That's the one-stop shop for all of my work right now, whether it's covering the Cincinnati Bengals for Sirius XM. My Twitter is a hellscape on Sundays these days because that Bengals defense is awful. But you can follow my work for Sports Illustrated there as well. Got the first 2 parts of my 3-part series with my interview with Aleister Black are now out. Dropped my second part of that on Friday. You can check that out. It's my pinned tweet right now. Talked about his creative process with one Paul Triple H Levesque. That was a really good conversation that we had. This man basically gave me his dissertation on professional wrestling, which is why I had to put it out in 3 parts. The 3rd part will be out on next Friday, the 14th. And also check out the Takedown on SI YouTube channel as well, because not long ago, I dropped a conversation with Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, the Babes of Wrath. They are awesome. Please check that out as well. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Same here with the Fightful YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed yet, what the hell is the matter with you? Do it. And give us a thumbs up as well. I think we'll be back next Saturday.
Wait, next Saturday's not Blood and Guts. That's 2 Saturdays from now.
No, Full Gear is 2 Saturdays from now. Blood and Guts is on Wednesday.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I don't watch wrestling, as it turns out. I've never seen wrestling a day in my life.
So I think we're back next Saturday. Hopefully Iridian can join us. Until then, take care, everybody.
Bye.